All right, guys. I'm generally a very happy person. I'm pretty happy, like generally, even if something bad happens, I'm pretty happy, or things that happen, I'm pretty happy. Even if something negative happens, I'm a very happy person. That's just my style. That's who I am. So I'm very happy. But there have been things in my past that have been terrible that have happened, and they're not like horrible. I'm still doing well. I have all these things for myself. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be rich. Of course, those are all good. But the thing is, some people have been really, really horrible to me, like really horrible. And I just, have kind of like, I just realized now I didn't realize, I didn't recognize it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So I'm like, no way, I can't believe this has been happening for years and it's been happening for a long time. So I'm like, you have to just sort of like say, well, like there's people that will say, that, that there's horrible things that happen, whatever. And you're like Eminem. I think there's a song says something like he's been lied to for a long time or whatever, that kind of thing. But I've been lied to, treated terribly for a long, long time by certain people, and I don't. For me, it's not a big deal. I know I'm going to be successful. I know I'm going to be famous, and I know it's sort of like been something that they didn't really know they were going to, like they didn't really, like they've been like this all my life pretty much, not all my life, haven't known them all my life, but they've been like this a lot of my life. And so I didn't really realize it until later, and I really had no idea. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. It's terrible. And I've known them for quite a while, but I mean, anyway, so they were like so mean and so rude and horrible. And I had no idea. I didn't know they were like this. I always gave them the benefit of the doubt. I always thought, hey, this is not what's happening. And it was what was happening. And so, and they're nice people, and I love them very much, and I'm close to them, but I love them. But I didn't realize they were doing this, and I had no idea. So I really kind of am like, well, I can't believe this has happened. But if this has happened to you, where you're like you've been lied to, people have treated you a certain way, and you're like, I can't believe this has happened, and you're like have a YouTube channel, you're doing something on YouTube, and you're like, I'm gonna strive to be a success so that I can get the things that they were preventing me from getting. And so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So you do those things, and you do those things, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get those things that I wanted. And so when I'm famous and rich, and I'll have everything I desire, I'll remember them, and I'll be like, and of course I'm close to them, like I do know them, they're friends of mine. So I'm close to them. So I'm like, well, I'll remember that they treated me like that, and I'll remember that that was what they were like. But I won't hold it against them. I'll just go for my goals, and I'll just go to be happy, and I'll be like, thank you. I got to where I needed to be. I'm really happy now. I have all these things, and as a person, like if you're like me, you're like, I want to be a powerful celebrity. I want to do a lot of amazing things for talent wise, and for my life, for my own personal life. So I'm going to get there, and I'm going to remember them doing this, and I'm going to be like, I can't believe this has happened. I had no idea. So I'm really grateful that YouTube and TikTok are here to have people like me and yourself, if you're in the same boat, deal with this and overcome this, darlings. All right. Thank you all for watching me perform. I really hope you're liking the show today. It's about empowerment, guys. Do not let yourself be treated like dirt. Do not let yourself be treated like garbage. And you don't have to go, push the person in like away from you, or say get away or whatever, or say I'm not interested in talking to you or whatever. But you can just sort of like talk to them in sort of like a way, oh, I'm just gonna be fine by myself, or no, well, you don't have to say that either. Like, you don't have to diss them or cut them out of your life, but just remember that you got to go for your goals. You got to be happy. You got to do what you want, right, guys? Anyway, thank you. Bye now. Bye, everyone.